Shut up, shut up, shut up. It's a lovely day out there. My, the sun is in the sky, the air is clear, the birds are singing. Fucking, I've got issue. I'm taking umbrage with birds today. We'll get into that in a bit. Whoa, I tell you, there is a disturbance in the force in Brighton right now. I will tell you, guys. We've woken up to a significant Conservative majority. Bojo is still Prime Minister. A crushing defeat for Labour. A crushing defeat for the Lib Dems. Aphex Twinson has lost her seat, much to the delight of little Jimmy Cranky up in Scotland. And listen, yeah, I'm sure you've all pretty much guessed that for me, there was no good outcome here. And for many, many people, it was much of a kind of like, it was a turd sandwich versus a giant douche. But listen, yeah, if it didn't go your way, this country is more than just one man, yeah? You don't like Boris Johnson? Don't worry. This country is more than just one man. This country is more than just one political party. This country is millions and millions and millions and millions of people. And you can start, if you want to change stuff, why don't you start fucking at home? Start with your own life. Start with your own bedroom. Get out of bed. You know, start bloody cleaning up. Start going fucking sort something out in your community. Stop crying about that your guy didn't get in. Listen, look, the people have woken up going, that's it, we're all going to die. Unless you're a billionaire. Unless you're a billionaire, you're going to die. Look, you're just as ludicrous as if Corbyn had won, the people who would have woken up today and gone, oh, we're going to be living in Venezuela. Oh, no, it's going to be a communist dictatorship. Oh, no, we might as well move to China because we'll all be speaking Chinese and communism. Listen, yeah, if you want to sort shit out, out of bed, clean your room, wash your dishes, wash your dick, wash your vag, shine that monkey up, get out there, start slinging dick, all right? Fucking get on with it, okay? Maybe, look, there's some potential good things. DUP are out, okay? They're fucking lunatics from the Stone Age. That's look, we got to try and pick some fucking positives here. Maybe this will mean we now get gifted a more sensible centre-left Labour Party. That would be nice. That would be good. I think that's probably what people are after. Who knows? Anyway, the more important news is I went for a coffee this morning. I went to get my coffee and I thought, look, I'm going to treat myself today, you know? Listen, I'm going to just try and move forward with things. I'm going to treat myself, I don't do often, to a chocolate twist. To a chocolate twist pastry. And I was pretty chuffed with my chocolate twist pastry. It was delicious. I had taken a couple of bites of it, and I walked out of the Costa coffee shop and began to cross the road. No sooner had I crossed the road than a fucking seagull attacked me and crashed into the side of my head. A gigantic, feathery beast had the nerve, the gall, to assault the feathery king. It didn't so much attempt to actually grab the slice as to basically just fly straight into my head and then fly off. Like, it was more of a sort of like a rugby tackle. In many ways, it was a little bit like that video of Boris Johnson rugby tackling that child. With me being the child, although I didn't lose my footing, it took me a second to work out what the hell had happened. I thought someone had hit me. It wasn't. And then I saw the fucking feathery cunt flying off. Well, would that have happened under a Corbyn government? I don't know. Can I blame that one on Boris? Maybe I can. You know, maybe I can. Maybe that seagull was a Conservative, and you know, it decided to pick on a disenfranchised centrist like myself, and just assault me. You know, maybe that's the society we're living in now. We'll be assaulted by wildlife. And it's just something, it's just going to be part and parcel, isn't it? Part and parcel of living in the UK will be regular assaults from the wildlife. Well, goddamn government drones. Yeah, that's perfectly possible, isn't it? Maybe that seagull was a government drone. Maybe it was coming to, I don't know, it had some sort of special Bluetooth signal that was going to, I don't know, steal data from my telephone. Maybe the seagull was a Mossad asset. I don't know. Maybe the seagull knows who killed Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe. There are many questions. There are many more questions than there are answers, ladies and gentlemen. But today, dawn of a new era, and fuck it, we might as well try and make the best of it. Ladies and gentlemen, one coffee and memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this after. It's Friday. It's fucking Foghorn Friday. But D's got the right idea. Yeah, that's it. Come on, we're all obviously now everyone's a conservative. That's just how it is. You know, that's just who we are now, guys. We are of course defined as human beings by not our own personal political beliefs, but the political beliefs of whatever there happens to be a majority of politicians seated in. Guys, look, let's get... Oh, fucking hell. I was so... I don't want to say shook by the seagull. Nah, I wasn't shook. That I've done a really bad job of loading up the actual news nuggets, of which I know there are some good ones, as that we covered the Aussies driving more carefully when they have Pavlova in the car. That has been covered. There is some bollocks out there. There is some bollocks. I feel like we might as well get a freaking shoe thrower in there. Just get that under the belt and know that has been, that at the very least today has been sorted, that there will be a fine selection of shoe throwers. Oh, what have we got? New Matthieu Boulard face. It's called Bubble. Fuck my old boots. Oh, I was hoping for more of an impact there, but you know. I guess that's just what life under the Conservative government is going to be like now, isn't it? We're going to have to make certain sacrifices. It's austerity in drum and bass, isn't it? Don't even have a verbed out kick drum at the beginning. It's cutbacks. Tory cuts!
Recreate.
Bastard seagull! I knew it got something on me, you little bastard!
Create.
Lord of Sweet Mercy. That's Bubble by Matthieu and Face. Yikes. Is everyone in the chat still alive, or are they dead from Boris disease? Guys, look, there's important news. Very, 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 very important news. Aussie Blood. Look, we're going to start covering the real topics now, guys. Okay, election chat over. You know, we're going to get back to the important job of covering the real news. Aussie bloke claims he wasn't let into several pubs because of his beautiful mullet. These are the stories people want to know about. Okay, they might seem trivial to you, but you're an idiot. Okay. So if it's a good idiot test. If this seems like a trivial news story to you, that means that you're an idiot. Okay, that's how we're doing business now. Go up on the bloody screen. Look at this guy's fucking mullet, mate. That's an absolute corker of a mullet, mate. I mean, I can imagine not being let into certain places with that. I mean, you probably wouldn't be allowed into the Ivy. I don't know. I mean, it depends. Depends what else you got going on, man. You know, like, what you rocking it with? Are you rocking it with a pair of Kappa trousers? And, you know, some sort of weird, outsized, fucking millennial feelers? Probably not, man. Probably not. You know, are you rocking it with a tux? The mullet tux combo? It's as good as it gets. That's as real as it gets. That would make you the realest ever. The realest to ever do it. Mullet tux combo. Fuck! I don't think I'd be able to grow enough hair, realistically, to have a mullet these days. I could, but man, it would be bad. My hairline, the thinning on the top. Look, guys. If you want to rock a serious mullet, I'm talking patch up, funhouse, serious mullet. You need a thick head of hair. You need a thick head of hair, man. So for someone thin as I am, the mullet just isn't I mean, it's an option, yeah, but it's not a good option, is it? You know, it's listen, guys, it's, you know, there are no winners in this game. Anyway, Aussie bloke claims he wasn't let into several pubs because of his beautiful mullet. Okay, well, there's something about the business at the front, party at the back style that just screams Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. The hairstyle permeates across our sun-blessed country, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, okay, Stuart Perry, get to the point. However, one Aussie bloke has realised that having a mullet can restrict you from entering places that you might like. Jed Gadsby told A Current Affair that he's been barred from walking into several Brisbane bars because he is rocking a specific hairstyle. Well, listen, Jed, it's just another form of racism, okay? It is, and it's disgusting that it exists still in 2019. And I'm sorry for you. Do you have a Just Giving page? Because I would be prepared to donate a number of pounds, if that would help. We can call it reparations if you want, And I'm sorry that you've had to suffer this oppression. When asked what he thought of the decision to turn him away, the Queenslander certainly didn't mince his words. Okay, how do we think he speaks? Turn someone away, mate. Just fucking haircut. That's pretty un-Australian, I think. He told the Channel 9 News programme. Just thought it was pretty average. I cut off my mullets to go in there and have a drink with my mates. Nor bloody should he. This isn't the first case of mullet discrimination seen in Australia. Oh, it's rampant. I'm sure it is rampant. Lead singer of Aussie punk band, The Chats, who brought us the legendary song Smoko, Eamon Sandwith, wrote a scathing message on Facebook saying he was refused entry because of his glorious mullet. Fucking haircut suggesting I'm going to hit someone. What? He asked on social media. Never been in a fight in my life. Prejudice starts with bullshit like this and leads to venues refusing entry to people for some cheap fucking reasons, mate. You sexual terrorist, you're a disgrace. Don't bother look on your face. I understand there are bad people with mullets who may give the mullet a bad name. I understand that security guards have got a job to do, but by this logic, will the bar refuse entry to someone with dreadlocks under the impression they sell weed? They should do. They should certainly bar white people with dreadlocks. I don't think anyone would disagree on that, apart from perhaps white people with dreadlocks. However, the bar in question defended their actions, saying it doesn't and would never have a no mullet rule. Writing on their Facebook page, the statement said, despite what some people have been saying of late, we do not have a no mullet policy. We allow all hairstyles, as long as the person is dressed accordingly to venue standards. What Eamon and the Chats have failed to explain is that he has been permitted entry into the venue multiple times, including several times over this past weekend. The only time Eamon was asked to leave the venue was due to behaviour that goes against our venue guidelines. Overall, though, we have never had a problem with Eamon, apart from the time he killed a kid. Right, but you see, if you do break, venue policy by, committing murder or something like that, I mean, surely you can expect to be barred. Eamon has had plenty of time to mull it over. Very nice, that's a good one. And work out if it was his hair or his behaviour that stopped his fun night out. Well, there you have it, guys. Anti-mullet sentiment is rampant in Australia. And this is just what discrimination in 2019 looks like, I'm afraid. And it is horrendous. There are various Just Giving and Patreon pages that you can donate money to if you so wish. And, we need to work towards a better and a fairer society for all haircuts, apart from white people with dreadlocks. Okay, thank you. The damage caused, more very important news stories here. The damage caused in Home Alone would have cost nearly £9,000 to repair. That's not much, is it? It's a fair amount. There was an article a while ago with a doctor breaking down the injuries sustained in Home Alone, and there is no way that the wet bandits would have made it out alive. Basically, there was a heated doorknob. There was a tweet a while ago where someone was like, Kevin McAllister could have called the cops at any moment, but he chose to torture those people. It was his sick game. He enjoyed it. But I think someone else had mentioned it. It's true. The first thing he tries to do is call the cops, but the phone line's down. Just saying. Anyway, there was a heated doorknob which left permanent scarring. See Home Alone 2. Blowtorch drama and water damage. Because they're not called the Wet Bandits for nothing. That was a useless opening gambit, Rebecca Shepherd. Oh, look, someone's made an infographic. That's nice, isn't it? Cost of damage to the Home Alone house. Blowtorch indoors. Part of the redecorating cost, they reckon £1,800. Glue and feathers prank, £3,000. Wow. $3,000, really? Heated front doorknob cost to replace £100. That's pretty reasonable. Tar on basement stairs, £700. Falling iron from laundry chute, cost of redecorating, £1,800. Why are you you just drop the iron down the thing? Why would that cost £1,800? Christmas ornaments broken, part of the deep clean fee, £600. Who's quoting for this? According to Carl Goulding, the trade finding service, mybuilder.com, the 4,250 square foot, 3-story Winnetka, Illinois home featured in the film would have racked up nearly $9,000 worth of repairs. Thank heavens it's all fictional, eh? Anyway, look, we get up here onto, what's this, a second floor? Yeah, second floor here. We've got the paint cans. Why are you charging £500 for the paint cans? I don't understand. I don't remember there being paint everywhere. I remember them keeping their lids on and just bashing Joe Pesci in the face. Broken shelves, £500. Another deep clean of the house, £600. They've included this deep clean. Look, you've got broken Christmas ornaments, £600 here, and it says part of the deep clean fee. Down here, deep clean fee, £600. Have you doubled up on that £600? Mybuilder.com, you fucking sham artists. It's pathetic. It's actually pathetic. You're basically sullying the good name of not only Home Alone, but Kevin McAllister, of the McAllister family and the McAllister household in general. You're dragging the McAllister household through the mud, really, for your own personal financial gains, for profit. You're lying for profit, mybuilder.com. And I won't stand for it. I will now be making it my campaign that we've now all forgotten about last night's politics. That's fine. We can now get on with new important campaigns. My campaign will be to take mybuilder.com to the ground, to burn them to the ground, cover them in flames. I mean this metaphorically, not literally, although if their head office does happen to catch fire, I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm just, look, don't at me. What I'm saying here, guys. But they're sullying the good name of the McAllister families and Kevin McAllister for profit, lying about. I mean, it's a nice big house. I mean, how much they assume that this is I think this is a disgrace. There's Kevin McAllister there, just looking at some ice cream. But why are they bringing this to your attention? Well, while the level of damage is pretty unlikely to happen in real life, burglaries and disturbances that come with them unfortunately can lead to hefty bills and significant inconveniences to the owners. According to the figures from UK Crime Stats, in December 2018, there were 36,000 claims of burglary in the UK. That's a lot. Highlights that in December is the month where the UK homeowners are consistently burdened with break-ins, often when celebrating elsewhere with loved ones. David Roebuck, the managing director of Swift Direct Blinds. Is this just a big fucking advert? I mean, aren't you supposed to declare adverts on your site, Lad Bible? Oh, they finally come for Schwarzer Pete. God, took their fucking time. I mean, that is a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, David Roebuck, managing director of Swift Direct Blinds, said, whilst it may not be real life, the damages racked up by Kevin and the Wet Bandits throughout the Home Alone film are staggering, and not something homeowners would ever want to be faced with. Like, what? All right, I appreciate it's slightly more realistic than about saying on other films. As you can see, with the damage caused in Jurassic Park, we do not believe that bringing dinosaurs back to life is a good idea. But if that should ever happen, do make sure that you and your family are well insured for damage caused by Tyrannosaurus Rex or raptors. A bit Napoleon Dynamite, isn't it? That said, protecting your house is hugely important, especially around Christmas time. Should the Wet Bandits come into your house and your child try to murder them, it will almost certainly make a dreadful mess. Especially around Christmas time when you're away from home. More than we would usually be. And of course, there are plenty of presents lying around. Yeah. Cool, guys. Anyway, thanks for that, Lad Bible. One of your best. What have we got? More upbeats. Oh, hiya. Hey, guys. Hiya. Upbeats and Shapeshifter. It's called Uncharted. Let's give it a whiz, man. Shapeshifter the band. I presume. New Zealanders, aren't they? Thanks, Bildo. You're a good boy.
Feels like I'm lost at sea, taken by the waves, drifted beyond the reach, never seen again. You might catch a glimpse of the shooting star, memories filled with color, remnants from afar. Light works in ways I cannot explain. Counting footsteps pulls me, draws me to the bay. All I needed was the key. You called my name. I'll come running on the double. I'll be there in a minute. If you ever need a sense of touch or connection, I'll be there on the double. I'll be there in a second. Feels like I'm lost at sea, taken by the waves, drifted beyond the reach, never seen again. You might catch a glimpse of the shooting star, memories filled with color, remnants from afar. Light works in ways I cannot explain. Counting footsteps pulls me, draws me to the bay. All I needed was the key. You called my name. I'll come running on the double. I'll be there in a minute. If you ever need a sense of touch or connection, I'll be there on the double. I'll be there in a second. You might catch a glimpse of the shooting star.
Upbeats and Shapeshifter. Nice bit of gear. Nice bit of gear.
Light works in ways I cannot explain. You might catch a glimpse of the shooting star. Life works in ways I cannot explain.
Guys, whoever's listening in, where is it? Hold on a second. I'll find you. I'll fucking find you. North Lincolnshire. Using the old iPhone app. Please update your iPhone app because it says you're listening 150 times. And I have to pay by the gigabyte for the bandwidth. And it does all add up surprisingly quickly. Like it really, I don't know how it's. I mean, it might be absolutely ravaging your data as well. So please update to the latest iPhone app. Anyone that's using the older version of the iPhone app, like the one that is the one that crashes all the time. And doesn't perform some basic functions. Update for now. The one that's always black, whether or not it's dark mode or not. Upgrade. Update it. I know it means having to get iOS 13, and I know that's quite triggering. 200 people. Come on, man. God, it just keeps going. It's just up and up. It's wild. It's... Anyway, yeah, please update. Guys, everyone update. There's going to be a new iPhone update out next week as well, which will have downloads. So you can download stuff, listen to it offline. Much better improvements on something much faster. It's all fucking well cool. And there'll be lots of other stuff. We're going to have this thing where you can share bits, individual episodes as well. And it will give you like a special link that when someone else opens up, it goes to that bit of content within the app, which is quite cool, quite difficult to do, but quite cool. Sort of essential, really, like they do on Apple Podcasts. Apple fucking Podcasts app is so shit. It crashes all the time. How can they have an app that they made be so rubbish? It's bizarre. It doesn't make no sense to me. Anyway, that's enough about apps for now. Anyway, apparently the apocalypse may have already begun. You'd think you'd notice it. Oh, this is a huge fucking piece written by Hamill here. We can ignore that. Anyway, YouTube is over. Hashtag YouTube is over. While users and creators are threatening to delete their accounts. Oh, good-o. YouTubers are threatening to close their accounts today after the video site made another controversial policy change. Good. Google-owned company has announced new rules designed to prevent harassment on the platform. Oh, that's me fucked then, isn't it? But the move has angered creators who are sharing criticism of the new policies using hashtags like hashtag YouTube is over and threatening to move to rival websites. Well, there aren't any rival websites to YouTube. We're going to go Vimeo. Yeah. Hey, kid, check it out. Subscribe to me on Vimeo. Yeah, okay, mate. It's feared that the policies will result in comedy creators being hit with bans if they mock other people and will have a freezing effect on free speech, because YouTubers will be too scared to speak their mind. Oh, well, great. So it's something that sort of will specifically target my brand of comedy. Just I don't go after anybody who's like, well, I don't know, occasionally I have to chat shit about other people in the drum and bass scene, but it's all, light-hearted enough. But I don't know, maybe I don't really get enough views to be on the radar for things like this. But, I mean, the show is largely based around harassing, mocking people that are in the news or journalists or whatever. Aren't people that are in the public eye kind of like, they're sort of deemed like fair game, isn't it? When you like to chat shit about politicians and stuff. Because people say like people on Twitter, I mean, there's a whole genre of left-wing comedy which is just describing politicians being violent things happening to conservative politicians. Really, different ways that they might die, or whatever, hope that Boris Johnson gets fisted to death with an iron glove or whatever. That presumably, if you were to do that about a normal member of the public, if I just went on Twitter, I signed up for a Twitter account and decided, to pick whoever you want, Joe Blogs, Joe Public, that fucking prick, Well, I just decided to pick on Joe Public and say that, you know, why doesn't someone fucking fist him to death? Wouldn't that be considered like a death threat or something like that? But it seems like it's fair game when it's like a politician that someone doesn't like. I mean, I'm sure it happens on both sides. I mean, I think it's probably more likely that I just, when I was on Twitter, only really followed people on the left. So you don't really see it going the other way. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're in a big trouble. Oh, that was deeply unsatisfying. I hope there's a... Oh, fuck! Yeah, that's better. Woo-wee! Damn, son. It's like an explosion coming out of my face. Whew, God. I hope there's no gubbins in my beard after that. On Twitter, YouTube wrote, many of you have told us that we need to do a better job preventing harassment on YouTube, so we consulted with a wide array of creators, experts, and organisations to update our harassment policy, which changed today. New rules follow a stricter stance on abusive language. Go fuck yourself, YouTube. As well as prolonged attacks attributed such as race, physical traits, sexual orientation, religion, or gender. Well, listen, you fat, white, male, straight, Christian cunts, YouTube. Go fuck yourself. No, this won't take effect. This won't affect our openness for a broad range of artistic expression and debate on important issues. Important issues like whether or not you should be allowed in certain bars with a mullet. Come on, that's an important issue, right? Okay. Included here are threats that might not cite a specific time or place, but may feature weapons or simulated violence. Well, yeah, any actual threats are presumably against the law anyway. It doesn't matter whether or not you have policies against it. Like, it's against the law. It's also set out punishments for infringing these rules and wrote, because harassment can be more than a single video, repeated behaviour, like maliciously targeting the same individual across multiple videos, like I do with Jasper Hamill every day, or comments can lead to penalties like UPP suspensions, strikes, or even a smack on the body. Damn, son. Creators will be given access to a tool which automatically highlights dodgy comments, holds them from publication, and invites the channel owner to manually check them. Okay. By year's end, most channels will be enabled with a tool that automatically holds potentially inappropriate comments for review. You can always opt out, but note that early adopters saw 75% reduction in flagged comments on their channel. Okay. Well, I'm obviously the victim of a lot of abuse every day from, people in the chat saying, denying my existence as a human, dehumanizing me, saying that I'm merely an AI computer program that pre-records these shows. They've called me a dictator, a fascist. They say I can't sustain an erection. They say that I'm incapable of satisfying a woman. They say that I look like a homeless person. And I mean, really, if you're the sort of person that is obviously so vehemently against the homeless, then maybe you're not such a cool dude after all. Keemstar, anchor and founder of the influential and massively popular news channel Drama Alert, spoke out after seeing the famous Content Cop video from iDubbbz, which roasted the YouTuber Leafy Is Here, has already been deleted. I've no idea what any of those words mean, or what, don't know. Anyway, there's a Twitter account called German Dad from the 70s. Says, right. Keemstar tweeted, "They took our notifications away. Now they only work when you want them to. You taken our social blade away. You taken our revenue away. Now you have taken our history away. Removing these videos you deem harassment." He addressed the tweet to Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube, and added, "The YouTube community wants you to step down." Drama Alert host then added, "I don't want YouTube to be a quote-unquote safe place. You're killing comedy by calling a roast of other creators bullying. We are public figures, and we are allowed to be roasted. Comes with the gig." Yeah, well, I mean, it seems fairly, it is the case that YouTube are clamping down on all sorts of stuff. Basically anything they don't like, they don't really want it there anymore. And they're, well, obviously take away people's ability to monetize it. Then, you know, when people have like their own ads within stuff, like a lot of the sort of more like spicy comedy shows, you know, the sponsorship and stuff that they get for them are always like boner pills and CBD. So now they're like, oh yeah, well they aren't like licensed medical things. So any advertising for those, you know, that would just get taken down because like you're selling pharmaceuticals. Well, CBD isn't a pharmaceutical. You know, it's not a registered like. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. Oh, okay, well, that's clever. I see what you've done there, guys. Yeah, very, very nice. I mean, what kind of turgid bollocks would they be turning YouTube into overall? Just makeup tutorials. Just makeup tutorials and kids trying out different slime. Brilliant, man. So cool. So great. So edgy. So bold. So beautiful. So brave. Fuck them. Anyway, look. Let's play more shoot throwers. For now. I mean, I presume that I'm much too small to feature on any sort of YouTube radar for this sort of thing. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? Guys, what have we got? Interceptor by Gantra and Ruin. I presume on their No Music Allowed label. Yep, new bit by Gantra and Ruin. Oh, lovely stuff. Fog on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up at 11, your boy, my friend and yours, D Money, D double D, double dropping the D, Jesus Christ, Young Deezy.
Make sure they're all dead.
is Interceptor. Genscher and Ruin. Snorty little number. Jesus, Dimmy, yeah, you're right. That new Mac is about the same price as the Tesla. That's pretty wild. Yeah, so new Mac Pro, if you spec it up to, you know, the most expensive version you can buy, is 48 grand. Like, I don't know what a computer would have to be able to do in order for me, I don't know where I'd get 48 grand from, but let's just say I had 48 grand for me to spend 48 grand on a computer. I mean, what would I mean, it would have to definitely be, it would have to be able to make some pretty good snare drums. It would have to be pretty good at mixdowns. Let's just put it that way, yeah. Just goddamn well put it that day. Put it that way, put it that day, put it that way. Yeah, anyway. What have we got? Company allows staff to have hangover days. That's nice. That's good. Can I work there? What do they do? Digital marketing agency. Nah, fuck it. There's nothing worse than having to go into the office on a hangover. So I've heard. Haha, Amelia Ward, you sassy cow. But one incredible boss has decided to give her staff a bit of leeway when it comes to being around the day after a night out by introducing hangover days. Claire Crompton, who is director and co-founder of digital marketing agency The Audit Lab, has started by allowing them to book them in advance if they know they're going to be getting on the bevs. She told the BBC that she wanted to offer different kinds of perks to attract talent away from big cities, as her business is based in Bolton. Yeah, that's rough. Just north of Manchester. Speaking to the show on 5 Live Radio, she said, "We wanted to offer something younger millennials who typically go out midweek and do the pub quiz. My team book a hangover day in advance if they know they're going out." Claire says that her staff are fine to work on the couch in their PJs on their hangover days. Claire believes that this creates an honest environment in the office, which in turn creates trust. Cool, man. Senior digital PR manager Ellie Entwistle, 19, said that she's been out on a date and ended up drinking in the pub and then getting raw dogged in a phone box, and obviously didn't want to come in too early after that. She said that she'd called her boss to ask if she could work from home. She explained, "Before you know it, I'd had a few and got back late. So the next morning, I rang Claire and just said, feel a bit worse for her." They said that they didn't think the system had been abused, with boss Claire saying that there was an expectation that part of the job would be socialising with clients. Here's a man with a beard holding his stomach in. So that's pretty cool. We would rather our employees be honest with us and tell us the truth, rather than pretending they're ill. There's no need for them to give us a week's notice. They just need to call and ask if they can work from home. Lee added, "As you can imagine, it's gone down very well. And now people are just drinking at work anyway. In fact, I'm pissed right now. It's 11 a.m. Who gives a fuck? Wow. We like our employees to have an element of autonomy. We don't want them looking over their shoulders. Obviously, if people start taking advantage, then we will rethink. But so far, it's been successful." I imagine the Lad Bible journalists are just drunk, you know, when they write the articles. I don't know what time of the day they write them, whether or not they're, you know, written morning, noon, night, but you'd expect alcohol to be involved when you read some of them. Imagine they're a little bit like, do you remember the Fast Show? They used to have that sketch with the sort of alcoholic family. They're just drunk all the time, and like the kid's doing his homework, and it's just insane mess. Like, "I want piss when I've done it," and they're just all like, I don't know if you could do that anymore, because it really is sort of mocking like really toxic alcoholism. Well, it's not so much mocking it, but like I don't know whether or not they'd have that on the BBC anymore. Like they're in the office and they're just like going through the filing cabinet. It's like whiskey, 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 gin, and they're just like hiding booze everywhere. The kid's pissed. It was very funny. Very, 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 very funny. What else do we have? Thousands of penis fish wash up on a beach in California. Good. I'm glad. What's a penis? Oh, yeah, Jesus. Whoa. Damn. That's, yeah, right. Whoa. Okay. Tom Wood has got the scoop here. In an unusual and slightly unnerving turn of events, thousands of bizarre little creatures called penis fish have washed up ashore at Drake's Beach, California. If you're wondering why these critters are known as penis fish, well, just have a look at them and decide for yourself whether it's an apt title. Also known as the fat innkeeper worm, which again feels like a decent enough name for them. It is thought that the strange marine animals washed ashore off the Pacific coast of the US after they were dragged from the depths by a recent storm. Seriously, there's fucking loads of them. Yeah, Jesus, it sure does look like a beach full of dicks. God, yeah. Basically, there's a reason they're called innkeepers' worms. They live in small underground burrows that are U-shaped and become homes for other creatures once the worms leave. They're about 10 inches long, and as you can see, they're fucking gross. Yeah, this is clearly the writings of someone with in the grips of chronic alcohol abuse. Honestly, it's a good thing the birds are there. Imagine the smell after a couple of days. I mean, that's going to need a lot of birds. Biologist Ivan Parr discovered the penis fish washed up on the beach on December 6th, and a few days after a particularly violent storm. In Bay Nature, Parr wrote, "The same phenomenon has been reported over the years at Parr June's Moss Landing, Bodega Bay, and Princeton Harbour. I've heard my share of imaginative theories from beachcombers such as Flotsam, an erect bratwurst freighter. In truth, these are living denizens of our beaches, rudely, yet also mercilessly, mostly called fat innkeeper worms. The best thing about being in the Beatles was all the free sandwiches." So, would you like to know a bit more about the fat innkeeper worm? Of course you would. Well, why not? There's still 5 minutes left of the show. It's a type of spoonworm which swims along using the single limb it's got that is in the shape a bit like a spatula. Okay? Yeah, they're gross, aren't they? Get rid of them, I say. Get rid of them. Ban them. Penis fish are cancelled. Okay? That's it. I blame the Labour defeat on penis fish. If there wasn't this obsession, this Tory obsession with penis fish, then, you know, there would have been, then clearly it would have been a Labour majority. Look, guys, it's the end of the show. Yeah, enough about the fucking penis fish. It's Foghorn Friday, guys. And God bless that. Thank God. I would say thank God. The first day of this new government is a Friday, and therefore Foghorn Friday. And therefore, it's now 4 years of Foghorn. Okay? It's a new Foghorn-based government, Foghorn-based Simpson system, Foghorn-based system. Yes? Okay? Look, you've heard of capitalism, you've heard of communism. Well, how about Foghorn? Okay? It will be a Foghorn-based bartering system now, where all communication will be done via Foghorns, and all economic transactions, again, Foghorn based. We take the internet will be taken over as the Foghorn net. I don't know how that will work, but some of the boffins in IT, I'm sure, will be able to get that together. So there will now only be jump up, drum and bass. That will be the only kind of music there is. So I don't know if you're into UK new or pure garage, but that's gone. That's out. That's illegal. That's banned. Anyone caught not listening to Foghorn of any kind will be hung, drawn, and quartered quarterly. And it's going to be horny, man. I think that's the only real way to describe that. It is going to be horny. Listen, guys, it's the end of the show. And look, just stop crying, dry your eyes, yeah, and get on with your life. And, you know, if you care so much, go and fucking help some other people. You know, go and make a difference in your local community. You can do. Will you, though? You know? Or just going to fucking complain about it on social media. Everyone's a fucking expert for a day, aren't they? Yesterday, everyone's such a bloody political expert. And then couple more days, everyone will be back on fucking Love Island, watching Love Island Australia, whinging about something else. You know? It's a wind-up. It's a wind-up. And seriously, like, can we stop with the, if you didn't vote the same as me, fucking delete me on Facebook. Unfollow me. Unfollow me if you vote Conservative. Unfollow me. Oh, you fucking Tory scum. Unfollow me. Oh, well done. That's what a contribution to political discourse. Wow. I'm sure you have done you're a roaring representative for Labour. Well done, you. You're really, really bringing people into the cause. Don't unfollow me if you vote Conservative and fucking do this. Grow up, you fucking baby. Seriously. Like, why not say, oh, well, why did you vote for a different party to me? Maybe you know something I don't. Why not? Okay, maybe I'll understand a little bit more about why you voted that way. Maybe I could convince you of a different idea. You can't convince someone of a different idea if you block them on social media just because they have a different political opinion to you. Pathetic. Grow up. Anyway, that's how I did the fucking show. Listen, I love you all. Look, it pains me, the polarisation in the UK at the moment. I hate it. I don't think we should have even had a fucking Brexit referendum. I think that's ridiculous. I think it's the worst thing to happen to a country for God knows how long. Now we're in this stupid fucking state. Listen, yeah, go outside. The sun's in the sky. Fucking birds are chirping. The birds are attacking me in the face. Look, why be concern yourself more about the seagulls attacking me? Guys, that's the real important issue, okay? They're gonna block anybody to different opinion to me. Okay, cool, man. Listen, guys, it's Fog on Friday, yeah? Get involved. Get involved. Guys, thank you to everyone that's supporting on the VIP list. Anyone that's supporting on Patreon, you are a hero of mine. And, you know, as long as you're not an actual Nazi, or, an actual communist, I don't really care what your political opinions are. As long as really, you're in the sort of middle 80%. Let's come on, guys. You're not a fringe lunatic. Guys, thank you very much. Greg Cornford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryans, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matt Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Risa Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Barry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squidgy, Lee and the Menace Underwood, Dan Buggy, Morris, Guy With No STD, MZ, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Nelson, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive, Sergeant, Sexually Superior, John Bass, Kris Breaks, The Bill, Karissa Barthelson, Owning Base, D, Fuller D, General Jemmy, Flaxis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robinson, Dad Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Waff, Meat Loaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, The Hitch, Master Will, Ben Berger, Den Tweedler, Ben Salazar, Big Watch, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon Liz, Tom Skipper, Unfortunately it's George DC, Anthony Sharp, Claudio Lashmere, Benish, Dren Roche, Timid, John Forsyth Anderson, PSN Godlike, MC Hammer Daddy, Your Mum, Leonardo Gervais, Big 8, Chapter 13, Grant Shepard, Death Disco, and your boy, Jimmy Budd. Fog on Friday will already have started now on Threshold.fm, so get over there. What are you wasting your time listening to me for when there's good quality fog on Threshold.fm? Guys, have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. I will see you on Monday. I love you. Don't worry. Our love will get us through. Fuck you. Fucking ruin the end of the show. Guys, I love you. Goodbye.